to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday, the end of the week. That means if you're here, you are indeed made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga bim bams and flum bums. What's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Sterner Stuff. You know what that means. You know what time it is. That's right. The weekend is here. Once again, the weekend is upon us. It's time to kick back and relax. Set sail with the E, elongated E.
Warm kitty, soft kitty. Little ball of fur. Poncy kitty, swinging kitty. Purr, purr, purr. This ad has been brought to you by the Cobra La 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 Law Firm and Zartan and Sons Redneck Mechanics. In association with the letter EEEEEEEEE.
Thank you, Loki Thorson. Let's go. And painting and rambling with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
Spy theme? Did the evil waifus steal more of our secrets? They certainly didn't seduce me into telling them anything. Unfortunately.
That's exactly something that somebody who was seduced into telling them something would say.
Thunder! Thundercats!
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Waifus wearing aprons outside of the kitchen. I wrangled in the dark near the Tannhäuser gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
Let's go. Thank you, Wiss. Big dono right there. Some thunder cake. Ho! Let's go. Thank you for the big dono right there, Wiss. One half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. Loki Thorson representing the Cobra Law Firm. And apparently now there's what is it? Zartan and Sons Redneck Mechanic. I love how it's expanding. The services are expanding.
Nice.
Chicks dig giant robots. We dig giant robots. Nice. Let's go. Thank you, Ganjeezy Fashizi. First ticket to ride on the BOOGA train tonight. Appreciate you, man. We have an E, elongated E, brought to you by the letter E. That's practically every show, every stream, every week. It's all brought to you by the letter E at this point. Congress on people with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
I did, boys. Turkish get-ups with a 100-pound kettlebell.
Holy
Fucking
shit.
Get motivated. I don't know how to translate that from Freedom Unites to those who didn't go to the moon.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the dono and congratulations. That's beast mode right there. Going full Transformers beast mode. Optimus Primal. That's awesome, man. Keep up the good work. You've been helping me over. You've been a Baconeer for a while now. And, it's been like a year, I would say at least. And yeah, over the months, if not years now that we're into, yeah, you've inspired me to get into shape, or better shape anyway. I wasn't like in horrible shape, but I wanted to be able to go beast mode too. I'm not where you're at, but I'm getting there. Okay, I'm getting there. But yeah, man, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. So thank you guys for the donos right out of the gate. Big support. You guys are ready for the weekend, it seems. I know I am. I'm ready to kick off the weekend like we do every Friday right here on board the Gyat Yacht with you, the Bim Bams and Flum Bums, the Baconeers and Baconettes. That's right. The best community on YouTube. We're going to be kicking back, relaxing, having a few laughs here as we go over the latest memes that I've cooked up for these decades-old cartoons, as we go over the Saturday morning preview, what we got lined up for you tomorrow, volume 154. Oh man, we're just chugging right along. And then we've got the nostalgia spotlight, which is a little bit of a bittersweet nostalgia spotlight, a little bit of bad news in there, but it's not horrible. It's not the end of the world. In fact, it may not even stay as bad news. It might change. It might end up being nothing to worry about, but just an update nonetheless. All you guys know, I always like to keep you updated with what's going on with all the shows that we either can or cannot use. But so we'll go over that in the nostalgia spotlight and talk about a little bit of that stuff that we have. We've always got the memes. Even if the shows are gone, we always have the memes, okay? The Orbital Station memes are eternal. And I'm going to get back to uploading shorts. I don't know if those bug you guys or not. I was really resistant to them. I'm like, it's like TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Just YouTube. You just be YouTube. You don't need to be TikTok, okay? But I think that the shorts actually do serve a purpose. At least they can. They can serve a purpose. And for us here on the Orbital Station, I think that the shorts would be a good way to preserve the memes. So even a show that is no longer available, like Sky Surfer Strike Force or Roswell Conspiracies, well, we've got memes from those shows, Galaxy Rangers, all that, and the shorts are still up. Like if you go to the shorts tab right now, you can see memes from shows that are long since gone, like Sky Surfer. Roswell Conspiracy is probably the first one that we ever had trouble with. And it's long since gone, but the meme is still there, And so that's what I was thinking. You know what? Maybe the shorts, as much as I kind of resist those, I'm like, I'm Orbital Boomer over here. I'm like, nah, this isn't TikTok, Maybe they could serve a purpose. And, we can preserve the memes that way.
Here's my ticket. Non-smoking, please.
Yes, sir. Loki of Snake Mountain. Right on board, right this way, good sir. We have both smoking and non-smoking cars here on the BOOGA train. It offers dockside service right down to the yacht, so you can get right on board and cruise into the weekend as we set sail right here, cruising on into the weekend. It's going to be a good time. I see Ked's dead in the chat. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Oh, Slash, brother. What's up, man? So I'm thinking that the memes will be preserved via the shorts and, the other shows. Well, the shows themselves, we can preserve those on the video archive, but we just won't be able to show them here on YouTube anymore. But we'll make do. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Hopefully that doesn't annoy people who are like, hey, new notification, new upload, and it's just a short. Hopefully that doesn't bug you too much. Maybe we can get a schedule down, kind of like you can expect it, so it's not something else. We've got Saturday morning cartoons, same time every week. We do the streams, channel surfing, Sterner stuff right now, same time every week. So maybe I'll start uploading a short like on Tuesdays or something, same day. So that way, it's coming. You don't have to, it won't confuse you. And we'll preserve the memes that way.
I feel the same way about the YouTube shorts, man.
Okay, so I was wondering, I'm like, am I just being a old man shaking his fist at the clouds? Thank you, Retro Ryu. I feel better now. Because I was, for a second there, I'm like, old man shakes his fist at the clouds. I'm like, that's me, isn't it? With the YouTube shorts, that's me. I'm the old man shaking his fist at the clouds, aren't I? But no, maybe not. Maybe I'm not alone. Thank you, Retro Ryu. Appreciate you. And it seems like I'm seeing some people in the chat also say, good idea with the schedule. upload shorts the same day every week, and then that way everybody knows what's coming. They're used to them. So I think that is a good idea, and we'll go with that. But yeah, so we've got some updates. We've got some updates here, and that's what we'll be talking about a bit in the nostalgia spotlight, as well as when we talk about channel surfing, which I actually missed this week. I apologize. I know some people were wondering what happened. What happened to the channel surfing this week? Well, work ran long that day, and you guys know, because it's happened once or twice before, where whether the power goes out or work runs late, whatever it is that might make it to where channel surfing is going to start late, it's just a no-go, because those streams go on for like 4, 5, even 6 hours, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like our current record right now is just over 6 hours. It's like 6 hours and 5 minutes or something. So knowing that, if we start like an hour or so late,
bring on the shoits if they've got tiny mini scoits.
We like the shoits with the tiny mini scoits. Let's go, painting and rambling. That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. It's not like that would be so different from the content already. A lot of tiny mini skirts.
Tiny mini skirt!
It's kind of like that already. Maybe I could make that the gimmick for the shorts. We'll still put some memes in there, because I feel like the memes need to be preserved. We need like an index. That's what the shorts are going to be, the index of memes. But it could also be, shorts with mini scoits. And we'll do that. We'll do that anytime we got a Saturday morning waifu and a tiny mini skirt. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a meme, because I see plenty of people do that too. They just upload little clips. They're just like, oh, look at this funny clip out of context. Even if it's not that funny, whether you have context or not, just here's a clip in a short. So maybe I'll do that too. We'll have fun with it. Okay, that's the point. That's the bottom line. The bottom line, okay, is that we're going to have fun with it regardless. So good times. But yeah, so we missed, hey, here's something we didn't miss.
First stealth check. Yeah, buddy. That's most definitely what's up.
Thank you, Cheetos, aka the #1 troll right there, giving us our first stealth check. We did not miss that. We caught her right there. Cake detected. Yes, we didn't miss that. You can't miss that, okay? If your eyes work, you can't miss that right there. Thank you, Cheetos, for the first stealth check of the night. Failed as always. It's not even like a close call anymore. Remember when it used to? Do you guys remember that? It feels like it was a year ago. Remember all those years, 10 years ago, when Yuri would have a close call, it would kind of glitch, and now it just pops up normal all the time. I don't know. It's probably only been happening the past couple streams, but it feels like forever. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know. I'm zooking out, man.
No, man. He's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
I'm zooking out, man. No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Speaking of, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good show tonight. We got some fun stuff here for you. So, like I said, the nostalgia spotlight, a little bit of a bittersweet, a little bit of potentially bad news in there, but it'll still be fun to go over some of those memes, and we'll catalog everything eventually. We won't just do a mass upload and spam your subscription feed, but eventually we'll get all those memes cataloged in the shorts feed. We'll talk about that. Channel surfing, like I said, missed that on Wednesday because I don't like to start late. You guys already know we're staying up late, okay? On Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and I'm keeping you guys up late. So yeah, if something comes up, regardless of what it is, that ends up causing channel surfing to start like an hour or more late, well, it's no good. It's just no good, because then we're keeping you up to like the middle of the night. I might start falling asleep, before the stream is over if we go till 3 a.m. So that's why we missed channel surfing. But don't worry, if you guys gathered clips, if you were ready for the infomercial theme, which I don't know how that was going to go anyway. Maybe we should just skip that one. Maybe it was like a message, it's like, hey, you're supposed to skip this one. It's not a very good theme. Maybe it wasn't one of my better ideas. I don't know. We could still find out on Wednesday if we keep the same one.
Who wears short shorts? Answer: waifus wear short shorts.
That's right. Here on the Orbital station, they do. That's the dress code. Thank you, Wolverine, for another E, elongated E from Shantae right there. Let's go. Let's go. Well, it's simple. Gabriel Villegas says, it's simple, Bacon. You apply it directly to your forehead. So there you go. There you go. Carlos Cow, what's going on, man? You know what? I need to get to the shout outs here. I need to get to the shout outs, but, you know, just sort of going over some of these things. We're going to talk about everything, though, so I might as well not do too much hot dogging and grandstanding so we can just get into the show. But how are you guys doing, though? Are you guys doing well? Hopefully you are. Hopefully you had a good week. You know, if it was busy, maybe not so busy. Regardless, I hope it was good. Or even if it wasn't, you know what? It's over. It's Friday night. The weekend is here. It can't hurt you anymore. So let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy the company of the Baconeers. Let's kick back, relax, have some laughs. Let's wrangle some waifus. That's, of course, the segment that we always have, okay? We always have everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup coming up. And let me tell you, I'm kind of hyped for this this batch of waifus that we have in this week's Roundup, man. Some really cool stuff. So many good ones. Every week lately, it seems like it's better than the last. Every time the Waifu Roundup comes around, I'm like, oh man, the artists turn in their work. I'm like, oh man, this is like better than before. And this week is no exception. So looking forward to that. Can't wait to get into that. But first, let's shout everybody out here. Look at you guys, the moldy oldie Baconeers. They already know when it's time to say hello. But if you're new, I'm going to let you know what to do. You just got to put that bacon in the sky. Send it way up high, all the way up into orbit. Look at that. Look at that. It's a sky full of bacon right now, okay? It's overcast. It's going to downpour. It's raining bacon grease. When it's cloudy with bacon, it's raining bacon grease. Let's go. I see Taverns pulling here. He's got O/Slash with the bacon. What's going on? Hellspawn Leviathan, hail to you, brother. We got Bloodwork in here for crying in the mud, Bobby. Everybody run. It's Bloodwork. Tomatoes, attack of the killer tomatoes. What's going on? We got Zentron in here. Good to see you back. Gojira is here. Whis. Or is he? I think he is. One half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition, that is. Right there. Good to see you, sir. Our current stream boss. We got Retro Ryu. Good to see you. Duo Maxwell is in here. We got Michael Russum. Hail, brother. What's going on? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Ron McChaos. Hail to you as well, sir. Kakarot is here. We got Savage Land Road rocking out to the X-Men theme.
We don't know when. We don't know where. We don't know how, but the Maidens of Mayhem are plotting something somewhere to do something soon. If you have any tips, contact your local Orbital Bacon for a possible pin-up reward.
That's not a bad idea. You know, those wanted posters, but we could make them pin-ups. So have the reward, the border around it and everything. Even make it look like it's on old torn up paper, like an old wanted poster, an old West wanted poster, but just have a pin up on it. She escaped the stable. She escaped the stable. But thank you, man. Giving me ideas over here. Let's see. We got Kakarot in here. Lightfoot 2000. What's going on? Soul Edge is here. Howdy, howdy. Sean Dodson. What's going on, sir? Kyle Conklin is here. Says, let's have an awesome night. I second that notion right there. DeLorean is here. What's up? We got Prince of the Abyss. Says, let the good times roll. That's right, buddy. Final Fantasy fan is here. What's going on? We got Tim J. Hail to you, brother. What's up? We got Carlos Cal. Impu T. Hey, Sushi. What's up, man? Good to see you. Says Dandy, like Space Dandy in space.
The waifus on the Orbital station, and in my lair as well, wear the tiny mini skirts, the later without pontsu. It helps that my lair is heated with lava pools in the lower levels. It saves me a lot on heating, and the waifus save on clothing, mostly.
mostly. It's economic. It sounds very efficient, okay? It sounds very efficient, very economic.
Well done. Well done, Reverb154, and thank you for the dono. Let's see who else we got. Waste of Space, a.k.a. Cheetos, a.k.a. the #1 troll, and he says, I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, buddy, that's what's up. We got Ed User here. He's got some cheese in there with the bacon. Wolverine, what's up, bub? We got Zahira Smith, howdy. Stevesy is here. Good to see you, sir. We got Loki Thorson with some maple leaves. I think that means Canadian bacon right there. Ganjeezy Fashizi is here. We got beer drinking dwarf. Cheers to you, sir. Dark 88. Hail, brother. What's up? We got Jiu Kishi Parn. If I'm saying all of that or any of that right, I don't know. If I just got a couple of syllables correct, I'll be happy. Spyro Man is here. We got Chaos Mage. James D. Morris says it's bacon and roses time. That's right. Mike Hunt is here, and you understood that reference. You understood that reference. Cue the Captain America meme. Okay, you understood that reference. Overdrive Prime is here. What's up, man? Isaac Nieder, what's going on? Says we watch Yuriko, but of course your Eto bleh on Wednesday. Yeah, did you like how I used that? I thought it would soften the blow. You know, I'm like, oh man, I got to say something. I can't just leave him in the dark. I got to say something about missing channel surfing on Wednesday. Maybe I'll soften the blow with Yuriko, you know, get her in there, you know, she's too adorkable. Okay, she's too adorkable. You can't stay upset. I think it worked. Thank you, Isaac Nieder. What's up, man? Ricardo Weber is here. We've got Adam of Gray Skulls. Got the power. What's going on? Let's see. We got Medieval Syphilis. / to you, brother. What's up? Let's see who else. Ron McChaos. Hail to you, brother. I see Furious in here. Let's see, scrolling down. I might have actually gotten through all that bacon. Wow. It didn't feel like that much. Not that bad. You know, it was a lot, but it didn't feel like it. It was good. All right. Tony Nuggets is here checking in with his nuggets. Shout out to the Nugget Clan. Recent birthday in the Nugget Clan too. Happy birthday. I believe it was Scarlet, if I remember correctly. Apologies if I got that wrong. But yes, happy birthday, the recent birthday nugget there. And Book Golem is here. Let's see, anybody else that I may have missed? Keep an eye on the chat. I think I got everybody. Richard Hooper, what's up, Richard Hooper? Anybody else I may have missed, I'll keep it on the chat, try to give you a shout out as we go along. If you'd like to put some bacon in the chat, that usually gets my attention, or you can yell at me through a super chat. Well, Kitty doesn't really yell. He's very calm. He's very calm and collected. But that always gets my attention, as well as supports the channel. It keeps the station in orbit. It also fuels up that perpetual waifu machine when it comes time for the Waifu Roundup, and you want to get these waifus in your stable. That goes a long way, because the waifus, they go whack for the stack. So if you'd like to support the war effort, as we every week continue to wage the war on woke, that's right, we're keeping those classic beauty standards alive. No uggification on the waifus on this station. That's right, there is a link pinned right there in the live chat. Otherwise, we are going to get right into the show, because it is never required, but always appreciated. So thank you guys for the support. We've had big support right out of the gate. Whis with the Thunder Cake, and Loki of Snake Mountain actually taking over Stream Boss right now. So let's shout out our current Stream Boss, Loki Thorson, aka Loki of Snake Mountain, representing the Cobra Law firm, which is now partnered up with Zartan and Sons Redneck Mechanics, because you know the J-Laws, they're gonna be wrecking the cars. Somebody's gotta fix them. So all hail Loki of Snake Mountain with 24 hit points on the health bar. Now there are a couple of people that not too far behind you, so head on a swivel, man. One swift super kick and you might be knocked right out of there. But in the meantime, let's get some pizza rolls raining and the waifu swinging for you, good sir. Thank you so much for the support. Big support right out of the gate from the Baconeers. Much appreciated, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, all right? Let's start it out here with the Saturday morning preview. We got volume 154 coming up for you tomorrow morning. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys know the drill, the usual. It's going to be a full 3-hour block, 9 to noon for you. And as the title of this stream implies, if you want to win, You got to spy hard. So we got a little bit of a theme going on here because we've been getting these updates lately. Okay, we've been getting these updates lately. Speaking of Mr. Stream Boss Loki of Snake Mountain, been giving us updates on Carmen Sandiego and the Baroness and Catra and all these other dastardly waifus that have joined forces to hair flip. They're all hair flipping together.
Smells like pizza rolls in here.
Oh, good. It better, because you're the stream boss again, Wiz.
I am Kitty. I am always calm and collected, until I see Pontsu. Then I zook out so much that Catra on catnip sounds rational. Pardon me. Pontsu.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's always the quiet ones you got to watch out for, you know? It's always the calm and collected ones like Kitty that you got to watch out for, because when he zooks out, oh, it's on a whole nother level. You don't even know zook like this. Okay, it's unseen. All right, thank you, Painting and Rambling, appreciate you. And Wiz smelling those pizza rolls as he takes back Stream Boss now with 30 and a half hit points on the health bar. All hail Wiz. We need to get some pizza rolls raining for you, good sir, as well as the waifu swinging too. There you go. Our new Stream Boss really taking it back. He was Stream Boss before. Loki took it. Wiz is now taking it back. Might have a little bit of a battle on our hands. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, since we've had these dastardly waifus, these wascally waifus, okay, they're up to no good once again. They've joined forces, the Maidens of Mayhem. Okay, they have joined forces. They formed the Maidens of Mayhem. They're hijacking satellites. They're stealing anti-wrangle technology. They're trying to hack into the orbital station and learn all of our wrangling secrets. It's getting out of control, okay? It's getting out of control. We got to do something. So if you want to win, Bacon Ears, because the waifu wars, it's a whole new meaning. Normally we say waifu wars when two waifus are fighting, but we might be going to war with the waifus here. So if you want to win, bim bams and flum bums, okay, you got to spy hard. Okay, you got to spy hard if you want to win. That's what these wascally waifus are trying to do. The Maidens of Mayhem, they're trying to spy hard. Okay, are you gonna let them outdo you like that? Not on my watch. Okay, not on my watch. You're just gonna let them outdo you? I don't think so. So we're gonna be checking out some episodes here. You'll notice a running theme, but it's to brush up our skills. Okay, we got to brush up our skills. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win this. The Wrangle Wars. That's what it is. It's not even the waifu wars, because I like that still being applied to the two waifus fighting, going at it. That's SM Dub, Saturday morning waifu mania. That's waifu wars. What we're entering now is the Wrangle Wars. Okay, there can only be one victor in the Wrangle Wars. You either are wrangling or you're getting wrangled. Okay, those are the only two outcomes. That's what it's come down to. That's what we have to be aware of. We're either doing the wrangling or we're getting wrangled, okay? And if it's up to me, we're going to win, Baconeers. That's right, the Wrangle Wars. We're going to win. And if you want to win, you got to spy hard. So we're going to be spying hard on these waifus this weekend, learning all their new tricks, okay? These wascally waifus, these dastardly dames. All right, they're up to no good, these dastardly dames. All right, so we're going to be studying all their tricks. All right, they're not going to pull a fast one on us. Okay, so yeah, we've got a spy themed lineup. It's going to be pretty crazy. A lot of disguise, waifus in disguise, trying to trick us, trying to trick some of the Baconeers in the show. We've got a couple of Baconeers. Every now and then we see a character like, hey, he's one of us. Well, they're targeting those guys, okay? They're going after them first.
We may need to release a group of heroic waifus to track down the Maidens of Mayhem.
Oh, fight fire with fire. I like that idea, Loki of Snake Mountain. Loki Thorson. Very good idea right there. A little fighting fire with fire. Okay. So you got some dastardly dames on the loose, the maidens of mayhem. Well, we got some wascally waifus of our own to counter. Oh, buddy, the wrangle wars are heating up. We're going to have waifu on waifu wrangling going on at this rate.
Booga, booga, booga!
Let them fight.
Depending on who's doing the wrangling, I might take a dive. I make no apologies.
No, baiting and rambling. Don't throw the fight for us. Stay strong, brother. Stay strong. Don't throw the fight for it. I understand. Okay. Nocturna's coming after you, trying to wrangle you. Gonna throw the fight. Stay strong, brother. In the end, we'll wrangle them all. Okay. Total waifu wrangling. In the end, we will wrangle them all. Total waifu wrangling. All right. It's going to be total bacon ear victory. Okay. So don't give in, brother. Stay strong. All right. Oh, man. We're having too much fun already. It's still, the show's just getting started. We're having too much fun already. All right. So, yeah, we got a spy themed lineup for you tomorrow morning. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be studying these dastardly dames, learning their own tricks so we can use them against them, okay? Or at the very least, you won't fall prey.
ケーキだったらこれぐらい普通でしょ?
By the way, if you got here late, allow me to reiterate. The name of the movie is Spy Hard.
And you have to say it like that, too. Reverb with the bass dono. Let's go.
If the Maidens of Mayhem are starting to unwrangle the waifus, I'll need to restart my own version of Charlie's Angels, cold name, technological innovations and tactical solutions. Beware evil waifus for are coming in hot and hard.
I don't know why Kitty skipped over that word. I see what you did there, though. The technological innovations and tactical solutions. Beware, tits. Tits is on the prowl. Okay, we've got counteraction. We're ready to go. We've got a strike force. The tits strike force. All right, thank you, Reverb 154 for that bass dono, bass, and then Bloodwork with yet another failed stealth check from Yuri, as well as reminding us rather of the name of the movie, Spy Hard. You got to say it like that now. Let's go. So yeah, we are gonna spy hard. Okay, just you wait. Just you wait. We're just getting started. Okay, we are gonna spy hard. Okay, so we got waifus in disguise. We're gonna be showing you. Okay, nobody's getting tricked. Not on my watch. No baconeers are getting fooled. Okay, this isn't a commercial for Trix cereal or Fruity Pebbles. Okay, nobody's falling for any disguises here. All right, so first up, we've got Mask. Let's go. And it's not like the greatest disguise in the world, immediately recognizable, but I still thought it was worth pointing out because Vanessa here from Venom, they're looking pretty good in the lab coat, you know? Looking all right. Looking a bit of all right in that lab coat. Let's go. Swiss. Swiss is here.
Need a mask style intro for.
Wait, would it do the same song? So it'd be like tits. No one's gonna find these tits. Okay, we could probably get AI to do that, you know. We could probably make that a reality. Swiss. Just saying. Be careful what you wish for. But yeah, so lab coat Vanessa here. She's gonna be our first recruit in tits. Because she's looking a bit of all right in that lab coat. I'm thinking it's goes a little something like this.
Hello, nurse.
Speaking of, see, she's perfect. She's perfect for the team. She's perfect for the theme song. Hello, nurse. Let's go. So yeah, maybe not the best disguise, not really fooling anybody, but I thought it was worth mentioning or featuring anyway, just for the fact that we get a little bit of hello, Nurse Vanessa, or is she a doctor? I don't know. Nurse or doctor? You guys tell me.
Listen, lady.
Doctor!
Doctor.
Doctor lady.
I don't have to justify my actions to you.
All right, doctor lady. I'm sorry. All right, listen here, waifu. Doctor. All right, Dr. Waifu. All right, calm down. Calm down. All right, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the Maidens of Mayhem. Dr. Waifu.
Listen, lady.
Doctor!
Doctor.
Doctor lady.
I don't have to justify my actions to you.
That's right. We're doing research. We don't have to justify our actions, Dr. Waifu. If that's your real name. Okay, we're doing research here. Don't get in the way. Don't get in the way. So, we've got Nurse Vanessa, Dr. Waifu, whatever you want to call her, starting out strong here with mask, seeing a Nurse Vanessa, a hello Nurse Vanessa, that is, just to remind you, and showing us why she would be a good member for tits, if that's going to be our counter strike force to this new Maidens of Mayhem, which is they're really getting out of control, man. I'm getting nervous. They're starting to take over. All right, their forces are growing. We got to do something about it. All right, but as we continue on here through the 80s, another little spy-filled, just secret agent action-packed episode of G.I. Joe. We got Lady J. Now, you might think, oh, is Lady J, is she going to be a master of disguise? We've seen Baroness. Baroness is usually the one, but we've seen Lady J go with disguises from time to time. She's gone undercover. Okay, we've seen her gone undercover a time or two. So is it going to be Lady J? No, not this time. Not this time. In fact, she has nothing to do with any sort of spy activities aside from sticking like glue to the actual spy in this episode. We do have another waifu in disguise. Okay, I mentioned Baroness. It's not Baroness, though. It's not. Who's the other waifu? If it's not Baroness, there's really only two. We only ever really get two Cobra waifus that go deep undercover like this. If it's not Baroness, who could it be now? Waiting to see. I know you guys will be able to guess this one.
But, Orbikins, Nocturna wants you in her husbando cage.
Oh, shit. Well, since you put it that way, no painting and rambling. We're staying strong. We're going to win the Wrangle Wars. Thank you, painting and rambling. I appreciate you, man. And yes, you guys got it. Is Zorana. Correctamundo. If it's not Baroness, it's Zorana. So she's going to be in disguise in this episode, but she's still not the main spy, at least not the one that Lady J has her eyes on, because we've got a special guest Bert Reynolds in this episode of G.I. Joe. Gator himself, okay? Special guest star Bert Reynolds. He is the spy. It's Bert. I'm telling you, it is. He is the spy in this episode. All right. And he's putting the moves on Lady J. And I think she might be liking it. Whoa, buddy. She's like, hold on a second. Magnum PI? Gator, is that you? Magnum PI, is that you? Uh-oh. Lady J's falling for it. So really, it's actually, maybe I was worried for nothing, you know? I was saying, oh, these wascally waifus, these dastardly dames, they're getting out of control. But it's like, have you just tried being as handsome as Burt Reynolds? Have you tried being Burt Reynolds yet? It's really not that hard, okay? It's really not that difficult to win the Wrangle Wars. All right, have you tried being Burt Reynolds? All right, Flint hasn't. Clearly, Flint hasn't tried it yet. He's pissed off. He's ready to get in the crossfire arena. Okay, you know, the waifus, they chow down on Frostiflakes, but us, the Baconeers, we get in the crossfire arena. So he's like, hey, Magnum PI, into the crossfire arena. You and me, buddy. Crossfire right now. Okay? Because, yeah, it's getting a little crazy. Here, check this out. I'm not even joking. If you think like, oh, it's just like a random dude. No, it is Bert Reynolds. He is the spy. And he is wrangling Lady J, making it look effortless. He makes it look effortless, guys.
Could you chaps use a tow?
Any enemy at Cobra's a friend of mine.
Burke. Matthew Burke. I'll have you hooked in a jiffy. There. That should do it. Care to ride with me? It's air-conditioned.
Why, sure.
Just wrangles her up. Get right into the car. Like I said, makes it look easy. He's like, I don't even need a lasso, net launch and tank. Nah, I've got air conditioning. I've got a car with AC. Okay, I've got a car with AC. Wrangled.
What about torches? Got any matches?
No go. None of us smoke.
Nor do I. But I found some in the car. Fortunately, I also carry these flares.
Why, how thoughtful.
Hang on. You've got a bit of a smudge on your nose.
I must look a mess.
Yeah, on you, a dab of grease looks as good as rouge.
Lady J, Earth to Lady J. Whoa, buddy. Look at Flint in the background right here. He's so pissed off. He's like, I fucking swear, if we don't get in the crossfire arena in the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna lose it, okay? He's about to lose it. Lady J, no. Yeah, he's basically negging her, you know? He's like, oh, look at you, you're filthy. Bert Reynolds over here negging Lady J. Like, oh, you're filthy. Look at you, you're covered in shit.
Can we clarify that Tom Selleck is Magnum Pie?
No, we're going to keep getting it wrong on purpose. Okay, Rex? We're going to keep getting it wrong on purpose. But thank you, though. Thank you for the dono. I do appreciate you. But yeah, Flint is felted back there. Felted back there as Bert Reynolds is over here nagging Lady J. Look at you. You're covered in shit. You got stuff all over your face. And she's like, oh my. Oh, I can't believe it. What a state. What a state I'm in.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
Whoa, sploosh, right? What, sploosh? You have to sploosh. You all sploosh. Everybody splooshes.
Special presidential commendation.
Everybody splooshes. Look, it's not that big a deal, okay? I love how he's just like, yoink. Yoink. Look, everybody splooshes. It's not that big a deal, all right? Get over it.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
Whoa, sploosh, right? What, sploosh? You have to sploosh. You all sploosh. Everybody splooshes.
Special presidential commendation to Internet Special Agent Matthew Burke for single-handedly stopping a recent Cobra attempt to unleash poison gas.
All hail the Baroness!
Barely any time has passed, and Horde Extorter Adora has volunteered to help track down her old best friend, Catra. How nice of her. I told her I'll let her know once Orbital approves the group and the paperwork is signed. What say you, Mr. Bacon?
Oh, hell yeah. Get her in my stable. Get her in my stable. I have one of those giant rubber stamps that says approved, you know? I'm just like, bam, approved. Smash that down on the desk right there. Get her in my stable. Oh, thank you for the dono. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right. So, yeah, you guys follow along here. Bert Reynolds, he's on the TV telling everybody how he saved the day.
Burke for single-handedly stopping a recent Cobra attempt to unleash poison gas.
Single-handed? Stupid? Ooh, that rat!
Be my guest.
Holy shit. I thought she was going to go auger mode. I was actually waiting for it. I was like, okay, she's going to throw her shoe. This is going to be a little reference to Inhumanoids. Maybe I should even get the auger clip ready. But no, she went above and beyond. Okay, she went above and beyond auger. She didn't throw her shoe. She threw the whole fucking TV. Like tossed it, yeeted it. Yeah, like that thing. If this guy had been walking any slower, he would have had a concussion. That TV would have smashed into him and given him a concussion. But I love that. He's like, Flint's like, after you? Single-handedly? Oh, really? Oh, really? I guess, all that stuff, the schmutz on your face or whatever the fuck, Yeah, look at that.
Cobra attempt to unleash poison gas.
Single-handed? Stupid? Ooh, that rat!
Be my guest.
Yeah, F's in the chat for the TV set, man. She yeeted that thing, rocketed out of the room, man. Rocketed it out right out of the room. Like, that's crazy. That's some strength. Because, yeah, that's an old CRT, okay? It's not like a flat screen, which, flat screens are not necessarily light as a feather, but I could possibly see yeeting one. Not an old CRT, though. Holy shit, Lady J, when she's pissed off. Watch out, buddy. Watch out. But, that's not all. We don't just have her splooshing over Bert Reynolds and or Tom Selleck the entire episode. She also has to get some of her other moments in here. It is Lady J, after all. She's got a bit of a reputation to uphold when it comes to the memes here on the Orbital Station. So, of course, she also gives us a brief rogue pose. In fact, we find out that's how she sleeps, at least when camping out. I don't know. They're kind of like camping out. Maybe she sleeps different in a bed. But when camping out, rogue pose. So we do find that out. All right, it's taking Scarlet's thunder a little bit. Scarlet usually the one that gives us the rogue pose in G.I. Joe. But Lady J stealing her thunder a little bit, okay? In her sleep no less. Talking about Bert Reynolds making it look easy as he's wrangling Lady J. She's just taking all the other waifus' gimmicks, making it look easy, doing it in her sleep. But of course, Lady J, the Wrangle Queen, would not be an episode. It would not be complete without her getting wrangled at least once. And she does, in fact, get wrangled and tangled at least once in this episode. It wouldn't be a proper Lady J episode of G.I. Joe if she's in it. If she has any amount of screen time, speaking lines, all that, if she's more than just a cameo in the background, then she's getting wrangled. So we get that in this episode as well. Now we're going into the 90s as we continue our spy education. Okay, we're still learning. We gotta be master spies. We gotta spy hard. Okay, and one of the master spies, somebody that does it better than anybody you might not expect. But he's kind of like the Sean Connery of Saturday morning cartoons, and I'm talking about Moto from Biker Mice from Mars. He's got the eye patch. He can rock the tuxedo, and he even has his own James Bond entrance. Yeah, that's right. You would have never guessed that our resident Sean Connery of Saturday morning cartoons is Moto from Biker Mice. But here we are, and here we go. Let's fucking go.
Sir? Mouse. Moto Mouse.
He lives for the thrill. Always has places to go. and people to kill. Danger is the game he plays, and he holds every card.
Is my business.
'Cause if you wanna win, you gotta spy hard.
You gotta spy hard. Let's fucking go. And let's fucking go. Moto knows. Moto knows how to spy hard. Okay, he's got all the waifus splooshin'. All the waifus. Triple sploosh. All right, triplets fever. Okay, triple sploosh fever. Yeah, caution, wet floor. All right, because Moto knows how to spy hard. Yeah, Charlie girl even getting in on the action too. You know, she's got her little Arabian Nights disguise. Looks like she's auditioning for the role of Jasmine in Aladdin. She's got her own thing going on here. I do look at the waifu. It's the same three too. You got the cowgirl waifu, one that looks kind of like a go-go dancer, but with a mask on. I don't know if she's meant to be like a superhero or what. And then the one with the ball gown. Really, the cowgirl's the only one dressed in an actual costume. The rest are just kind of half-assed. But he's got all three. He's got all three waifus swooning, triple sploosh. And it happens 3 times too. So really it's like sploosh cubed. 3 waifus, sploosh 3 times. That's 9. That's 9 splooshes. So yeah, caution wet floor when Moto Mouse is around, man.
Yes!
10 big Bison Bucks from Tavern Full.
If Moto is the Sean Connery of Saturday morning cartoon, does that mean he's willing to give the waifus a good schmack in the mouth if they step out of line?
Hey, they don't call him Steel Finger for nothing, okay? They don't call him Steel Finger for nothing. Or you think that's just because his hand is made out of metal? Oh, just ask the waifus, buddy. Thank you, Tavern's Full, for the 10 big Bison Bucks. Look at this face is your answer, okay? I will simply, sometimes they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. All right, so let me answer your super chat. I'll have Moto answer with just a picture. He doesn't even have to say anything, just that face right there. Does he go full on Sean Connery? Give him a good schmack when they're out of line? That face right there's your answer. Holy shit. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be awesome though, this episode of Biker Mice from Mars. Like I said, we get Arabian Nights, Charlie Girl here, getting in on the disguise action, the spy action, trying to spy hard. Nobody spies hard like Moto. You guys want to see that clip again? I kind of want to watch it again. I fucking love it. How about it? One more time. What do you guys think? One more time.
Sir? Mouse. Moto Mouse.
He lives for the thrill. Always has places to go and people to kill. Danger is the game he plays, and he holds every card.
Is my business.
'Cause if you wanna win, you gotta spy hard.
You gotta spy hard. Let's fucking go. I love the way they fall down like dominoes too. The 3 waifus on that third sploosh. They fall down like dominoes. Yeah, there's a sniff in there. Snifferific. Waste of space. Yeah, he's got the flowers. Snifferific. So yeah, it's gonna be this awesome episode of Biker Mice. Steel Finger. Okay, we've got Mask with Dr. Waifu. Lady J and G.I. Joe going crazy. She's kind of all over the place. She's getting wrangled. She's doing the rogue pose. She's splooshing for Bert Reynolds. It's kind of, it's kind of all over the place. Biker Mice with Steel Finger. And then last but certainly not least, as we've been doing the past couple Saturdays, we're going to keep the tradition going. And it just so happens, because we're going in order, okay? The past 2 Saturdays, episode 1, episode 2. Tomorrow is episode 3, and it just so happens to fit the theme. That's right, we've got more Time Jam, Valerian and Laureline, and it actually fits the theme. They're going undercover. They're in disguise in this episode. It kind of blew me away. And not even just that, too. We've been seeing a lot of swooning in this lineup, okay? We saw Lady J swooning for Bert Reynolds. Of course, Moto Mouse, the Steel Finger, getting all the waifus, triple sploosh, okay? Getting all the waifus. But then even Laureline over here is swooning for one of the new guys. Maybe Valerian has some competition. Or maybe she's just being cute because she is adorkable. I don't know. You guys decide.
It's such a pleasure to see you again, my dear Laureline.
I don't know. Valerian is just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what is wrong with you? I'm gonna drop you out in space. I'm gonna shoot you out of the airlock. That's the face you make when you're ready to fire the waifu out of the airlock. But I do like how Laureline is just, you can't even really stay mad at her though. You can't even stay mad at her. She's too adorkable. Now, obviously, I did edit this a little bit to make that loop, but not as much as you might expect. Okay, you'll see. You'll see in the episode unedited. I didn't fuck with the episode in the lineup tomorrow, so you'll see. She does look back and forth a few times, like she's kind of like, ooh, swoon, and then looking back at Valerian to make sure that he's ready to get in the crossfire arena. So kind of a J-Law moment, really. Let's say, as adorkable as Laureline is, she's having a little bit of a J-Law moment here.
Upsetty spaghetti.
Yeah, Valerian is. Look at him, man. That is the face of Upsetty Spaghetti. It's Upsetty Spaghetti incarnate right there.
It's such a pleasure to see you again, my dear Laureline.
Just like a woman, she's got to make sure. She's like, you're seeing this, right? You're looking, you're watching, you're jealous, right? Oh, it's just like a woman moment right there. Total J-Law, total J-Law.
It's Valerian's fault. He wrangled Laureline and changed history. Now the evil waifus think they can wrangle us.
Oh, do you think that maybe that's what started it? You might be onto something, Painting and Rambling, because it was right around that same time. Right around the same time that we started Time Jam, that we opened up this particular can of worms here with the timeline and the erasure of Earth. That's right around when we started getting the updates on Carmen Sandiego teaming up with Baroness, bringing Catra into their ranks, forming the Maidens of Mayhem. It's all adding up now. It's all making sense. That's the wrong button. I didn't mean to push that one. There we go. It's all making sense. It's time to transform and roll out, apparently. Thank you for the donut, though. All right, but like I said, in this episode, they do go undercover. We do get a bit of a disguise here. We get a hair flip. I wonder if Laureline will ever give us a hair flip.
Valerian had never seen such bullshit before.
He really hasn't, man. That face, this one right here, I kind of want to make that an emoji. I don't know what we would use it for because, like, you know, usually we're like laughing and having fun. So I don't know how often you would need a face where you're just like, oh, this fucking shit right here in the Discord server. But it's so perfect though. It's so perfect. And he's French. Yeah, that's right. And he's French too. Oh shit. So yeah, they do go undercover in this episode, which means we get another performance from Laureline. I'm wondering if this is going to become a regular thing, okay? She did one in the first episode when Valerian first found her back in time. She was juggling and flipping around. And then in the second episode, she had that lovely spacesuit on, the one that we see in the screenshot there. And she was doing all sorts of weird little like bendy dance maneuver workout thing. I don't know. It was some weird combination of like yoga and ballet. Maybe aerobics. I don't really know, but it was enjoyable to watch. Very educational. She was telling us about the solar system, cake lifts. Yeah, exactly. She was doing cake lifts, telling us about the solar system. It's very educational. And now here we are in the third episode, and we get yet another performance. So I really hope this becomes a thing where every episode, Laureline is giving us some sort of bendy performance. You know, I won't complain.
Don't miss the artificial oxygen in Central Point.
Oh, okay then. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Not quite as educational as the last one, but that's right. We're not going to hold that against you. Okay. Solid potato salad. That was some solid potato salad. Not quite as educational. Whatever the hell that means. She doesn't miss the artificial oxygen. Okay. Has said it very definitively. But you know, still a good performance. I really do hope this becomes sort of a running gag for the show. That would be amazing. But yeah, so we're going to keep this one going. You guys have seemed to enjoy this one a lot. I certainly have.
All hail the Baroness!
I do remember a few episodes of Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, where Carmen was using time travel to commit crimes, so that could explain why we haven't found the maidens yet. They could be in another time period.
Who knows, man? Who knows? This is why we need to step it up here, because the Maidens of Mayhem could be anywhere in space or time. But thank you for the dono. I do appreciate it. So yeah, that is our Saturday morning preview for volume 154. Obviously, there are a few other shows in here that we will keep a surprise. So you'll have to tune in to find out the full lineup. Unless, of course, you're a channel member over on Coffee. Then you've already seen the full lineup. But yeah, we've got a good one for you. A couple of stuff from the 80s, the 90s, and even the early 2000s as we end the show with Time Jam, Valerian, and Laureline. Once again, you guys have been enjoying that one. I certainly have. I'm really glad that you guys have, in fact, because I was wanting to watch more of it. And we don't even have to wait. You know, it's kind of trying something new. Never really done this before, where we're playing the same show every week, multiple weeks in a row. Never really done that before, but you guys seem to be enjoying it. It is a very good show for like the end, you know, the end cap of Saturday morning cartoons. It feels like a great show for that. You know, it's like The Tick. The Tick was another good one that would always work as like an end cap show. So this one fits nicely. And as long as you guys are enjoying it, we will continue to go through it. Of course, loving this new top waifu here, Space Redhead.
The gasping queen, Voodoo, has volunteered as a sacrifice. We don't know why she wants to leap into a volcano, but she's welcome to the team all the same. Note to Kitty, hide the volcanoes.
Yes, save Voodoo, secure cake. Secure cake, Voodoo, no, don't do it. You don't have to do it, Voodoo. You haven't earned a trip into the volcano, at least not to my knowledge. Okay, not to my knowledge, unless you got something to confess to there, Voodoo. But no, say secure cake, save Voodoo, Kitty, hide the volcanoes. That's right. So yeah, we've got a good lineup for you guys tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spies. That's really kind of the main theme. There's a little bit there other secondary themes, as you notice, some swooning going on, some splooshing going on with the waifus. We got a little sci-fi elements sprinkled in here and there as well, especially with the end show. It was going to be there regardless, but it just was a happy little accident that it fit the spy theme.
Where is the new version of the Baroness? Or is it a hidden one now?
That one might be a little too much. That particular, if you're talking about the super chat pop-up, yeah, that one might have been a little too much for YouTube. They said, hold on, you can't be having that much fun with the waifus now. Let's see. Tavern's Pool says Mo was blonde before he was purple, so voodoo is safe. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, not to my knowledge. She's not volcano food to my knowledge. But thank you though, Reverb. Hailing the Baroness. We can still hail the Baroness. Okay, she's rocking the yeah. Let's go. All right. So yes, Saturday morning, volume 154. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. We've got a spy themed lineup for you with some waifus swooning for some of these men of mystery, as well as some sci-fi elements sprinkled in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll see you there for that. 9 to noon Eastern. Okay. And then of course we also have the anime Grindhouse tomorrow night on Bacon Bits. And this one, not really too much to talk about because we're just going to keep going. Speaking of shows, it's much like Time Jam, Valerian and Laureline, that we've been enjoying it so much that there's no reason to not keep it going. So same thing with the anime Grindhouse. You guys have been enjoying You're Under Arrest so much that there is no reason to not keep it going. We've got more to get through, so we're going to do just that. So we've got essentially it's volume 3 if you count the OVAs as volume 1. I'm kind of doing the OVAs as their own separate thing. Like that's just a standalone, and then the series will be collected into volumes. So I'm listing this one as volume 2 of the series. So it's our third You're Under Arrest anime Grindhouse, but it's our second volume of the series. So we're going to continue with the TV series. It was pretty bizarre last week. Okay, it started off real fucking crazy. If you know, you know. You had to be there. Okay, so if you know. Started off real fucking crazy. But it was hilarious. It stayed within that realm that the OVAs did, where it was pretty wholesome, very funny, chock full of personality. I mean, the voice actors knocking it out of the park, even though we're watching the English dub, and a lot of times, you know, it's kind of like, hey, we're gonna riff on it, we're gonna make fun of it, it's so cheesy, but they actually did a really good job. It's not much to make fun of in there. It's actually really well acted. All the voice actors, the whole cast did a really good job. And then of course you got the excellent story that was already there, the backbone of it. And so, yeah, we've just been having a good time, man. Just enjoying these adorkable police waifus who have still, I think, not arrested anyone. You know, we've done the OVAs, the 4-episode OVAs. We're like 5 or 6 episodes into the series now. Still no arrest.
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, a peso. All for waifus. Stand up and say so.
Thank you, Wiz. Let's go. 10 big Bison Bucks and a nice little rhyme there, a little lyrical super chat. Love to see that we're still getting those. We got a really good one earlier too from Loki Thorson. So and I think Painting and Rambling. Yeah, we got quite a few lyrical super chats tonight. Love that is still part of the meta. And with that, Wiz has taken back Stream Boss. He now has 41 hit points on the health bar. Quite the battle going on, but all hail once again. Let's get some pizza rolls raining. Let's get that waifu swinging two times as Wiz reclaims Stream Boss. Let's see if he can hold on to it this time. So thank you, and thank you again for the support. So that's what we've got for the anime Grindhouse. We're going to continue You're Under Arrest, keep going with the TV series. We'll probably take a break at some point before we get through the whole thing because it does go on. There's quite a few episodes. I want to say it gets into the 40s, maybe even 50s. It's a pretty long series. So before we go through all of that without stopping, we'll probably take a break here or there just to have a bit of variety in the anime Grindhouse. But for now, we're still fresh enough in You're Under Arrest. I'm waiting for them to at least make their first arrest. You know what I mean? Maybe that's when we'll take a break. Once they make their first arrest, maybe then we'll break. We'll watch something else for a little bit. You know what I mean? But first they gotta actually arrest somebody. Yeah, it's like 51 or 52. That's what I remember as well. It's a decent sized anime. Goes on for a while, but that's not a bad thing when it's a series this good. But I do like to keep a good bit of variety with the anime Grindhouse. It's fine if we go a few volumes covering the same series, but we'll take a break eventually. But that's what we've got tomorrow night over on Bacon Bits at midnight Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure you guys were looking forward to more of that. I know I am. And then let's talk about the Nostalgia Spotlight. Okay, let's get into this segment here. Now, I mentioned at the start of the show that this would be a little bit of a bittersweet Nostalgia Spotlight because it comes with a little bit of bad news. Now, I am holding out hope that it is not permanent bad news, and that'll make sense here in a second as I explain it, but it's still up in the air right now. And if we've learned anything over the now 3 years of doing Saturday morning cartoons here on YouTube, is that it is better to err on the side of caution. If you're kind of uncertain and you're wondering, well, can't really tell if this particular show or series or whatever it may be is going to be okay to use. It seems like somebody's trying to block it or claim it or whatever, but it's still going through. Let's just use it anyway. That's what I did at first. Like, I remember doing that with Roswell Conspiracies. In fact, it would, like, one episode would get blocked and another one wouldn't. So I would just go, I'll just use the one that doesn't get blocked. And then it ended up getting struck down because we went through the whole Lasso saga. A lot of the moldy oldie baconeers, you guys remember that, right? So I have very swiftly learned that it is better to err on the side of caution. So if something seems like maybe the rights holders have either maybe changed hands, maybe there's a new owner, or maybe they just changed their mind and decided we don't want this up on YouTube anymore. Whatever it may be, when you start seeing something that's getting blocked, even if it's only a couple episodes and not every episode, just like one or two, that's enough for me to go, you know what? We're going to play it safe, better safe than sorry, and we're just going to take down every episode of this show until we get confirmation, 100% confirmation that it's not going to be an issue, because I don't want to be blindsided by any strikes or anything. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about here in the Nostalgia Spotlight, because we have a handful of shows, a little unfortunate, like I said, possible bad news. Now I'm hoping, and this is where it should start to make sense when I say it's potentially not permanent bad news, because I'm hoping that once everything is confirmed that we will still be able to use these shows. But because I've started to notice a couple of episodes getting blocked, and the other episodes that don't get blocked are starting to get claimed by third parties like Lasso, it's like deja vu, you know? I said, hold on, I know this tune. I know this tune. Let's change the beat. And so I just started trimming out all the episodes of any of those shows. Nope, not even going to take any chances. And it's a little bit of a bummer because some of these shows we really, really enjoyed. And this is why I was talking about also at the start of the stream, talking about preserving the memes, that even the shows that might be no longer available, you know, Sky Surfer Strike Force, Roswell Conspiracies, Street Sharks, Ultra Force, all that stuff. Almost all of those shows, especially things like Sky Surfers and Roswell, we've got some really good memes from those. Galaxy Rangers, we got a ton of memes from that. And so some of these shows that were so good, and a big bummer that we can no longer use them, well, they will live on through the memes. And that's what a couple of these shows, man, it's a bit of a bummer to lose these because we got some really good memes from them. But on the plus side, I will be preserving those memes. I'll upload them in shorts, and they will be preserved that way. But I'll go ahead and tell you guys the shows. Here's what happened. Like I said, started getting notifications the other day of all sorts. I mean, it was like a big list of past Saturday morning volumes going way back to like volume like 29, going way back. Big list saying that there were new claims, that some of them had been blocked. And I was a little nervous, and luckily no strikes. buried. It was a big list of emails too, because they send a separate email for each volume. So it's like this big list of emails. I'm sifting through it. I'm like, okay, I don't see strike anywhere. All of this is just new claims or something getting blocked. Okay, so at least no strikes. So I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for that. But then once I started looking through them, I started noticing, okay, these are all third parties. And Lasso was actually one of them. There were a couple different third parties that were doing these claims on behalf of who I assume is the actual rights holder, but who knows these days. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to risk any trouble. But Lasso was one of them. There were a couple others. It doesn't really matter what their names are. The point, though, is that they were all claiming on behalf, or blocking, because a couple volumes did get blocked, on behalf of Comics Kingdom. So Comics Kingdom is the ones who put out all of the pulp heroes. So like Flash Gordon, the Phantom, Prince Valiant. So, of course, we've got Flash Gordon, and he's got a couple of series. So we're talking the old one from 1979, as well as the 90s Flash Gordon, where he's got the little midriff shirt, and the opening theme song has that slapping bass guitar. And then, of course, we also, they have the other pulp heroes like the Phantom, which means Defenders of the Earth. That has Flash Gordon and the Phantom in it. And so all of these shows, the Phantom, both the old 79 and 90s version, started getting claimed and or blocked. Defenders of the Earth started getting claimed and or blocked. Phantom 2040, the one that looks like Eon Flux, still the Phantom though. That one started getting claimed and or blocked. So I just went through and decided, okay, we're not going to risk anything. Even if some of these aren't getting blocked, the fact that some of the other ones are, is that's giving me deja vu of the Lasso saga way back with the BKN stuff, because they would do the exact same thing. Lasso would do the exact same thing with the BKN stuff years, and this is like almost 3 years ago. This is like the earliest saga that I think the channel went through. But they would do the same thing, where some of the episodes would get blocked, some of the others wouldn't, and they would just claim them. But then if I didn't take them down, like a week or so later, they would get struck down. So I'm just going to assume, I think it's going to be the safer option to just assume that Comics Kingdom does not want their stuff up there, even if not every single episode is getting blocked. The fact that a couple of them are and the rest are getting claimed, there is a chance, okay, it's not 100%, but there's a chance, enough of one for me to start trimming stuff out of the lineups and deleting stuff, that they just don't want it up there anymore. At least not on other people's channel. They have their own. That's another thing that I also found in common. BKN, when they were doing the whole thing with Lasso, were firing up their own YouTube channel, and they only wanted people to watch the cartoons on their YouTube channel. Because I remember trying to even work something out, like, hey, can I pay a licensing fee or something, and have your permission to show that? And they said no, because we have our own YouTube channel and we want everybody to watch them there. And so Comics Kingdom, they have their own YouTube channel where all of the episodes, the Flash Gordon show, Defenders of the Universe, Phantom 2040, it's all up on their YouTube channel. So there are good chances that they want people to watch it over there and not anywhere else. So bit of a bummer, like I said, kind of a bittersweet nostalgia spotlight, because we're at least for the time being, I'm hoping that this is a temporary, just a caution, and it ends up they're like Hasbro, because Hasbro has actually put out a statement. They said, look, we're going to claim all of our videos because like we want the ad revenue, but that's all we're going to do. Like they were very very forthright, very forthcoming. They were saying, like, they weren't vague about it or anything. They were like, hey, if you want to use our cartoons on your YouTube, use them on your YouTube. We're going to claim it and take the ad revenue, but that's it. We're not going to strike you. We're not going to block you. Have fun. Now, if Comics Kingdom ends up doing like what Hasbro did and says, hey, we're going to take the ad revenue, we're going to claim it, but you can still use it, have fun, whatever, then cool, we can get those shows back. But right now, it's kind of up in the air. We don't really know what they're doing. The fact that they've got these third parties, one of which is the Lasso group, The fact that I saw Lasso Group in my email, you know, as the person who claimed it, I was like, oh, nope. No, you know, I was like, not messing with them again. Not messing with them again. So we're going to wait and see. But in the meantime, you know, we still have the memes. Okay. I saw Tavern's Poll says no more rolling in the hay. Well, this is probably going to be like the first short that I upload is this one right here.
Hello. Would you like to have a roll in the hay? It's fun. Roll in the hay.
Jealous, Dale?
You're darned right I am.
You're darn right. You're darn right I'm going to upload that as a short. You're darn right I'm going to preserve that one as a meme. We're not letting that go. We're not letting that one go. You're darn right. You're darn right. But we got some other good ones too. Of course, that one's probably the most well-known. I've played that meme a few times. Anytime there's an excuse, really, we play that meme. But as I was digging through, I found some other good ones as well. So these other shows, they were no slouch in the meme department. We got this one here from Defenders of the Earth, the power of 10 cakes by the power of 10 skydiving tigers. Let's go.
I am the Phantom.
Guys, remember that? Do you guys remember that? When Jeddah became the Phantom, the ghost who jiggles. That's the thing. They called her the ghost who jiggles. By the power of 10 cakes. Let's go. Yeah, so we got the transformation of Jeddah into Master Krakken version of Jeddah, you know, the full Savage Land bikini, just like Rogue from the old X-Men comics. We went full Savage Land there with the power of 10 cakes, the ghost who jiggles. So yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I'm like, man, I love the intro to Defenders of the Earth too. It had a banger of an intro. But even that 90s Flash cartoon, at first I was thinking, well, that's probably the one that I'm not going to miss. But it's actually not that bad. We were watching some more episodes of it recently in OBTV. I think it was this past Saturday, in fact. We were watching a couple episodes of it, and I'm like, you know what? This is better than I remember. And then I'm digging through memes for the Nostalgia Spotlight, and I'm saying, surely we had some memes from that show. And then I found these, and I was like, whoa, buddy. Maybe this deserves another watch through. You guys check this out.
No! Stop! No more! Yeesh!
What was she doing?
Now, there must be something we can do to help work up your appetite before Baron has your friends rescue you.
Whoa, buddy. She's trying to work up his appetite.
Or Baron has your friends. There must be something we can do to help work up your appetite before Baron has your friends rescue you.
Maybe roll in the hay. maybe take the other version of Princess Aura. They're technically both the same character, but go with the other version and roll in the hay.
Did I mention my father isn't home?
Whoa. Awesome. Whoa, buddy. Dude, I love how Flash looks nervous. He's like, I'm not going to survive this, you know? Like he's not against the idea. I mean, after all, green skin girl, but he also is aware that he may not survive it, you know? But yeah, she even says, she's like, my dad's not home.
Did I mention my father isn't home?
Awesome. Awesome. She will break you. Death by Snoo Snoo. Well, wait, Princess Aura, what happened to the other guys? Crushed pelvises. Oh, thank you, Lord in heaven. But no, it doesn't stop there, okay? If you think that was just one little offhanded remark that made Aura sound a little thirsty, oh no, it gets worse or better, depending on your perspective.
So, what do Earthlings do for fun on your planet?
Oh, usual stuff. Go to movies, listen to music, watch TV.
You mean you don't do while everyone watches?
Not really.
But then, how do your rulers maintain an icy grip of fear on their subjects?
Mostly the subjects pick their own rulers by voting.
You're such a funny guy, Flash. Not even Earth could be that silly.
Wait a minute. Aura's based? Hold on a second. She's like, Flash, yeah, you gotta be joking. Nobody's that stupid. You think voting actually works? Yes, come on. What a jokester. Not even Earthlings could be that dumb. You think voting works? Oh, holy shit. Aura's based. Let's go. So yeah, it was actually might need to revisit that show. Yeah, she's cool in both shows for different reasons, you know. You've got the original Aura is like a pinup girl and basically just does everything she can to instigate Frostaflakes with Dale. Whereas the green skin girl Aura is a little more feisty, a little more based, but still also does everything she can to instigate Frostaflakes with Dale. So they're both good shows. They're both good versions of Princess Aura. But yeah, I'm thinking I might need to give that 90s series another try. You know, like I said, we watched a couple episodes this past Saturday, better than I remember. And then finding those memes right there, and I'm like, holy shit, the show might be way better than I remember. But then last, certainly not least, we do have one more show on the chopping block. Now, this one's a little bit different in the sense that it is not owned by Comics Kingdom. All the other ones were kind of like a bundle. It was all the shows that I knew were owned by this one particular channel, Phantom 2040, Defenders of the Earth, so on and so forth. This one, though, just happened by coincidence to be at the same time, but I'm pretty sure is owned by a different company. But I don't know if it's the company you might think it is. I'm not really sure because it had some weird name listed in it on the email. Regardless, though, they're claiming it. I think one of the episodes got blocked. I'm not even sure. It was because there were so many emails. I don't remember exactly what got blocked and what didn't. All I know is that stuff was getting claimed left and right that did not get claimed before. And so to be on the safe side and not risk a strike for this show either, I also had to take down Superman. So this one's really weird to me. This one actually might be the most confusing of them all because I thought this was in the public domain. You know, at least with the Flash Gordon and Phantom shows, it's like, okay, well, those are owned by Comics Kingdom. They have their own YouTube channel. I get it. But the Max Fleischer Superman cartoon, it's like from the 40s, right? Isn't this in the public domain? like DC wasn't, Warner Brothers was not even claiming this. When, you know, we have practically the entire series. I think I was only missing like 2 or 3 episodes. One more appearance in a Saturday morning lineup would have had this whole entire series on the channel spread across a few volumes of Saturday morning cartoons, and never had an issue. Warner Brothers, DC, nobody claimed it. And then all of a sudden, Lasso Group, once again, they're the ones. Not only did they do a couple of the Comics Kingdom ones, but they did it on Comics Kingdom behalf. I don't know whose behalf Lasso is claiming Superman on. And I don't think it even should be. I thought it was public domain. So this is another one that I am hoping is potentially not permanent, because we've seen, again, with Lasso, we have seen it happen where they were blocking and claiming things, and then a few months later, all of it got released. I don't know if they got fired for whoever they were claiming it for, or if YouTube figured out it was bullshit. Whatever it was, a lot of their claims end up getting released after enough time. But in the meantime, you kind of have to just deal with it, because Lasso does have the ability to issue strikes, as I learned firsthand. So bit of a bummer on this one as well. We didn't really have as many memes come from this show. So it's not like too much of a, oh man, we're missing out on like all these great episodes. The episodes are 8 to 10 minutes a piece. They're very short. There's only a couple dozen. There's not even that many of them. And I would usually bundle them up. I would put like 2 or 3 and bundle them together to make it seem like the length of every other show that was in the lineup. So it only affects a couple of volumes of Saturday morning cartoons with Superman here, but it's probably the most confusing one, because it's public. I thought anyway that it was public domain, and I don't know who the hell Lasso is claiming on behalf of. But just wanted to give you guys an update in case you've noticed 1 or 2 Saturday morning volumes missing that were there before and now they're gone, or maybe had a different runtime. You're like, wait a minute, I thought this one was 2.5, 3 hours, and now it's only an hour and a half or 2 hours. Well, I had to get rid of a couple shows. There were lineups that had both Flash Gordon and Superman in the same lineup. So in some cases, there were volumes of Saturday morning cartoons that had like a whole hour chopped out of them. It was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal. But we are erring on the side of caution. We are playing it safe. And I just want to keep you guys updated. I know there's a lot of people that sort of travel in the retro YouTube circles, the Saturday morning emulator circles. And so if you guys want to spread the word to others and, make sure they don't end up getting hit with any sort of strikes or anything that could have otherwise been avoided, then pass that information along. But in the meantime, I will be uploading a lot of those memes, the ones that we looked at. Those were just a couple of them. I got a whole bunch more, and we'll be uploading those as shorts. That way we can preserve it and at least remember the shows that we had them at some point here on the channel, and remember the memes that we got from them and carry them on that way. And any shows that I have in their entirety are uploaded to the video archive. So channel members over on Coffee, you guys will still have access to all of these shows regardless. You can either stream them off of the Google Drive or just download them for your own collection. But it's one of many ways that I try to say thank you for the support for those channel members. So thank you guys for that. All right, so yeah, that's the nostalgia spotlight. A little bit of bad news, but it could just be temporary. We could end up finding out that we can still use these shows and they'll come back. But for now, little bit of a bummer, but it's all right. We're still here. We still got the bacon ears. We got the Orbital station. We're going to keep it going.
Wait up there. Aura here has been trying to wrangle Flash here, and we know the Maidens of Mayhem have developed anti-wrangling technology. Could the Maidens of Mayhem be in league with Aura here to begin husband wrangling, starting with Flash?
If they're starting with Flash, it's like starting with the final boss. Flash is the wrangle king. If they try to start with Flash, that's it's like getting one of those Dark Souls games and then just running immediately to the final boss and trying to fight him at level 1. Not a good idea. But hey, bold strategy, waifus. Let's see how it plays out for you. But thank you, Reverb. Thank you for the dono. Love that new Princess Lana pop-up there. We've got some more pop-ups in the work, some more custom animations in the work, and some of them aren't even going to be for pop-ups. Some of the custom animations that I've got in the works are just going to be cool stuff to have on the screen during the stream. So yeah, we got a lot of really awesome stuff on the way. So don't let the removal of a couple of shows bring you down. I'm always on the lookout for new shows, which reminds me, I do want to say that now is the best time, since we just lost a couple shows here, at least temporarily. Now is the best time. If you guys have any suggestions, send them in. You can leave a comment on the video community post. You can message me on Discord. You can send me an email at orbitalbaconofficial@gmail.com. However you want to contact me. But if you have any recommendations for shows that you have not seen on the channel before, now would be a great time to send those in, as we are losing a couple in the roster. I always like to try to replace them, like when we lost Ulysses 31 and Action Man, and we got to replace them with Jan of the Jungle and Goldie Gold. Let's see if we can get a couple of shows to replace Flash Gordon and Defenders of the Earth. And the Max Fleischer Superman. Man, I really hope we get that one back. All of them. I would like to get all of them back, but, you know. So let's go into the next little order of business here, which would be channel surfing, which again, much like Anime Grindhouse, not too much to talk on with this one, because we are going to keep the same theme that I had planned for this week. Unfortunately, was not able to do a channel surfing stream this week due to work. Whenever I have to start the stream late, especially if it's an hour or longer late, at that point, I just say, let's do it next time, because I don't want to keep you guys up until like 3 in the morning. So we're going to be doing channel surfing Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And since we did not get to do it this week with infomercials, that'll be the theme.
Before the channel surfing announcement, F's in the chat for the now dead voice of Professor Utonium and Mr. Harriman the Rabbit Butler, Tom Kane.
Yeah,
Also,
R.I.P.
you said
Tom
you have good
Kane.
news on the Intergalactic Nostalgia channel surfing on Discord earlier.
Yeah, I've got news on that too. Don't worry, I'm going to be talking about that as well. I've got actually some good news there. But yes, R.I.P. Tom Kane. F's in the chat for Tom Kane. He's done a lot. You know, not only the characters that were mentioned there, he was Magneto in Wolverine and the X-Men, as well as in a bunch of the video games. If you go back through and play some of those sort of like early to late 2000s X-Men Legends, you know, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, like around there, Tom Kane is voicing Magneto and a few other characters, in fact. He's been a lot of characters throughout various Marvel projects. But yeah, stellar voice actor. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Tony Jay. You know, he had a very regal sounding voice, you know, just like his natural speaking voice was very regal sounding. And so you would oftentimes hear him using that same voice for whatever character he was cast as, similar to Tony Jay, but it was such an awesome sounding voice that it just like, yeah, well, why would you need to do anything else? You know, why would you need to put on a funny voice if you sound that cool? So yeah, RIP to Tom Kane. We've actually just started Wolverine and the X-Men. We watched the first 6 episodes yesterday. One of the reasons was to honor Tom Kane. He voices Magneto and a couple other characters in that show, as well as I've just been wanting to watch it.
You want a new show for the channel? Get ready for some 90s jank.
Oh, let's go. Taverns Pool sending in a link here. Some 90s jank. Okay. Well, I did ask for it. You know, I just, hey, give me a new show. Let's see what you got for us here.
Mark 5 roaring like a jungle cat. Danger spins on every curve. Speed Racer and the gang all like it
Hell
like
no.
that. Speed Racer is the heart, he's got the nerve. Go, Speed, go. Let that Mark 5 thunder roll. You got the power, Speed Racer, let it show. Go, Speed, go. Speed Racer's off on a new adventure, and Racer X is on the way. Hey, Speed Racer, winners take the future, and evil forces are in play. Go, Speed, go. Let that Mark 5 thunder roll. You got the power, Speed Racer, let it show. Go, Speed, go. Go, Speed, go. Go, Speed, go.
I didn't even know this existed. Wow. New Adventures of Speed Racer from 1993. And never even knew this existed. This looks janky. This looks like it's on the level of the Bots Master or Space Strikers. Does this have 3D segments in it where they basically just use parallax scrolling? Does this have laser time where you're supposed to put on your 3D glasses? I would not be surprised if this show had something like that. It looks just like one of those shows that would. But whoa, buddy, yeah, that's some jank, some 90s jank. Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to giving it a shot. We could give it a try, but I don't know how well it's gonna go over with the bacon ears. It's been decades since you watched it. I don't know. That might say something. You know, there might be a reason why you haven't watched it in decades. But thank you for the super chat and the suggestion. If we watched vampires,
how about this for 90s?
Oh, some more 90s jank. We watched vampires. Okay, if we can survive that, we can probably survive Speed Racer 19. The new, what is it called? The New Adventures of Speed Racer. We can probably survive that too. All right, so let's see. Ganjeezy just sent in some 90s jank for us. Let's see what he's got.
Big bad boys from outer space. Ultimate muscle. Get a body slam, the human race. Ultimate muscle. Wrestlers race to our defense with strength and speed and flatulence. Ultimate muscle. Ultimate muscle. Heroes join the operation from different planets and different nations. There's an intergalactic federation to monitor the situation. Catch each and every confrontation.
Only broadcast on this station.
Ultimate muscle. Ultimate muscle.
Well, up on Muscle Planet, behind the mask they hid, the face of our new champion. The king there had a kid. Muscle has the power. He's also kind of nuts. This guy could save the universe
if he only had some guts.
Ultimate muscle. Ultimate muscle. Ultimate muscle.
Ultimate Muscle. I'm only familiar with this because it's been sent in before. This intro, this exact one, in fact, I think has been sent in before. Might have been on the wrestling themed channel surfing. I know it was on channel surfing. That's the only reason I'm even familiar with this. Otherwise, this one's new to me, kind of like the 93 Speed Racer cartoon. So yeah, you guys have found some new jank. We'll give it a try. We survived vampires, so we could probably survive Speed Racer and Ultimate Muscle. So thank you guys. But yeah, so we're gonna keep the same theme for channel surfing this week since we didn't make it this past Wednesday. We're gonna keep it. So if you had gathered some clips rather, if you had gathered some clips together and you were ready to go with infomercials, you found the wackiest products, or maybe just even if the product was boring, but the person trying to sell it to you was wacky, or I would even accept parodies. I know Adult Swim has done a bunch of infomercial parodies. And so I said, I'm not going to be too strict on this one because maybe you don't all have the most vast knowledge of weird products try to sell to you at 3 a.m. But yeah, parodies would be accepted too. So if you guys had some clips ready or you had some ideas, you still got time to go search those out because we're going to keep that theme for this coming Wednesday. See how it goes. I don't know. Maybe it's not my best idea for channel surfing, but I thought it could be fun because I know there are some really goofy infomercial out there. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We've got some sequel themes coming up, some real popular ones that we're going to revisit soon. So we got that coming up. Now, one thing I do want to say about channel surfing, some good news here. All right. Before we get into the Waifu Roundup, we will end it off with a little bit of good news here. And if you guys remember the channel surfing last week, the one Intergalactic Nostalgia, the one that ended up getting taken down because we were having too much fun. Like literally, that was the reason. We were having too much fun. We were enjoying the waifus. We were joking around. And, I like to play the clips sometimes a couple times in a row because it's funny. And YouTube's like, hey, when you play the clips that many times in a row, you must be up to something. And so, yeah, that one got taken down pretty much right after the stream ended. I didn't even have a chance to download it. I appealed it. They rejected the appeal. They made me take this little course where I had to answer questions Like, if the questions, I shit you not, okay? The questions were like, if Stacy is doing a tutorial video of how to shave her pussy, and she puts the camera right up on her butt. I'm not even making this up, guys. I shit you not. Like the question, the quiz that they made me take, that was one of the questions. That was one of the questions. Was they were like, is this a violation of YouTube's terms of service? And I was like, well, yeah. And they were like, you answered correctly. You can't, even if you're doing a tutorial on how to shave, you can't show genitals on YouTube. And I was like, yeah, I knew that already. I didn't actually break any rules. Like, holy shit, man. It was insane. But it was so fucking nuts. But anyway, I was kind of bummed. I thought, okay, well, at least we didn't get a strike, but I lost that channel surfing. It's gone. It was a really good one too. We've been having so much fun lately. We really have hit the stride with channel surfing. We have like a really good process, a good routine that we do for those streams, and we have so much fun. And I was really bummed. Well, guess what? Spyrite. Shout out to Spyrite. I don't know if he's in the chat right now because odds are he's going to watch the replay because that's what he does. Spyrite is almost always at work when I'm live, but he likes to catch the replay. And so what he does is record every single live stream. So that way he can watch the replay immediately without having to wait for me to trim out all the copyrighted segments that will oftentimes, especially with channel surfing, get the stream blocked for a couple of days while I trim them out. And so he has recorded the entire Intergalactic Nostalgia channel surfing, the whole fucking thing in its entirety, preserved, sent me a copy. And so I now have a copy of Wednesday's channel surfing, the intergalactic theme. That was so much fun. We had those clips from Star Crash with Caroline Munro, the Warrior of Love. There were so many fun bits. The TIE Fighter waifu, the Taifu. Okay. We had so much fun. So thanks to Spyrite, who records every single stream so that he can watch the replay at his convenience and not wait for all that bullshit with the copyright, which is actually really smart. It's very, very smart. So shout out to Spyrite. He's probably going to end up catching this one on the replay. So shout out to Spyrite. Thank you so much for doing that. Please, by all means, continue to do that. I think it's a brilliant idea. And thanks to you, we have preserved a stream that I thought was going to be lost forever, lost to time. So thank you to Spyrite. Shout out to him. And just to let you guys know, I'm going to work on a way of getting that available to you guys. I don't know if I'll be able to just upload it to YouTube because that was the whole thing is they said, well, hey, you were having too much fun in here. That's why we struck it down. Maybe I could go and edit it before re-uploading it and see if I can, make a YouTube friendly version. But the thing is, I don't even know exactly what it was. I have a couple of ideas because of their vague description, but I don't even know exactly. So I may just end up uploading it to Discord, like putting a public link. I'm not going to make it coffee exclusive. I'll make it to where either via Discord or Google Drive or something. Make it to where you guys can either go watch it, stream it on your convenience or download it and watch it that way. However, we'll figure it out and we'll make it available. And thank you again to Spyrite. Yeah, he deserves some pizza rolls. He deserves a waifu pinup. Yeah, we got to do something. We got to do something to thank Spyrite for sure. He came in clutch right there. That was amazing. And I was so happy, very excited because I actually got that earlier this week. And I would have told you guys about it on Wednesday if I had been able to do the stream.
Had some of these toys, you guys might like this. I didn't watch the whole thing as a kid cause of competition, but it's something to check.
Thank you, War and Peace. Let's check it out. Thank you, War and Peace. But yeah, I would have actually been able to tell you guys about this on Wednesday if I had been able to do the stream. So I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I wanted to say it in Discord before, but I'm like, nope, wait for Friday. It's a nice surprise. Don't spoil it. But yeah, very excited, very happy to tell you all that stream has been salvaged in its entirety. I have a copy. I'm going to make it available to you guys. And once again, thank you, Spyrite. Very cool of you for doing that. Let's check out this link that Warren Peace sent us.
Thundering across the stars to save the universe from the monster minds. Jace searches for his father to unite the magic root and lead his Lightning League to victory over the changing form of Sawboss. Wheeled warriors explode into battle. Lightning strikes.
There's a power that comes from deep inside of you. It's every day reaching toward the light. And you know there's a long way ahead of you. But when your wills get you there, things will turn out right. Just keep on turning, don't stop rolling. The fire's on. We're warriors. Battleground's burning, our wheels moving. We're warriors. Come take a chance, keep on turning, don't stop rolling. The fire's on. We're warriors. Battleground's burning, our wheels moving. We're warriors.
The brilliant star that shines through the night. The iron wall that wards off the wicked. Riseman stands before you.
Thank you, Neo Star Productions. Visit from the Gyat Fairy right there announcing the arrival of Riseman. Thank you so much. Lynch85 says, we like Zook. See, that's right. We do like Zook. And I see Johnny Hollywood in the chat. Says, greetings to the bacon bit bites and grease. Let's go. Johnny Hollywood, I don't know how long you were in the chat, but I was just unveiling the good news that thanks to Spyrite, who I think I also just saw in the chat a second ago, recorded Channel Surfing Wednesday, the last week, not day before yesterday. That one didn't happen due to work, but I'm talking last week, the one that got taken down. Spyrite had actually recorded it. It's been preserved. He sent me a copy. And so, because that was a big one, I remember you and Maloon, you guys, that was a big one for you guys. And it was one of the most fun channel surfing. We had so many awesome clips, a lot of great jokes, a lot of good moments in there. And so it's been preserved. Some good news there. We've got a copy of it. There's Spyrite in the chat. He says, thank you all. And yes, I will continue to record and we re-watch when I can. You guys are great. You're great, Spyrite. Thank you so much again for doing that, man. You are awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, man. All the bacon ears that have donated tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for being here. Like up the stream for me if you've been enjoying the madness so far, because it's time for everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup. That's right. Get those Wrangle devices tuned up in tip-top condition. Really, you should be keeping them that way. You should always have your lassos ready to go, your wrist-mounted grappling hooks. Maybe you got one of those fancy net-launching tanks, or you're doing something real crazy like a wrangle spell, a magical wrangle spell. But whatever you got, make sure it's ready to go, because we got some good waifus here ready to wrangle. Talented artists, Master Krakken, Oda Cat. Really awesome lineup this week. You guys are going to love it. And these waifus need a good home, so get them in your stable. All right, so let's go to the front of the ship. Check out that perpetual waifu machine and see how many stacks of the meter. See if the waifus are going to go whack for the stack. Here we go. That's one. We got one waifu. Are we going to get two? We got two. Let's go. We got two waifus to go. And halfway there, living on a prayer to get to waifu number 3. Just shy, actually. Just shy of halfway there, but almost. Close enough to get to waifu number 3. But hey, we got a couple of waifus. We got a couple of waifus. Not bad, not bad. Definitely gonna want to get them in your stable. In fact, I'm glad that we got at least 2. I was worried. I'm like, man, and I'm gonna put these at the start of the lineup because they both need to get unlocked at the same time. So I was really hoping. I'm like, I hope we at least get the first 2 together because they kind of go together. So we're good. We're good. We got the first 2, so we're good. But we are halfway there, living on a prayer, seeing if we can get waifu number 3. Can we hit it? Stand up, be counted. Let's see if we can get one more waifu into the stable tonight. But in the meantime, let's check out these first 2 that we got ready to go here. Coming to us from Odacat. Now, these waifus, you're going to really have to just look at the hair for the silhouette here because the outfits, they're wearing different outfits. They're not in their usual costumes. They're wearing special outfits here, and they might throw you off, in fact, so don't really look so much there.
Let's go 3 for 3.
Let's go Reverb 154, zooking out like Conan. Let's go. Thank you for that big dono right there. Massive dono, zooking out. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Reverb 154. Much appreciated. I think you just took over Stream Boss, didn't you? You did. Holy shit. 81.38 hit points on the health bar. Reverb 154 is now taking Stream Boss. All hail Reverb 154. We need to get some pizza rolls raining and that waifu swinging for you, good sir. Thank you so much. All right, so any guesses? Have they come in for this waifu? In fact, I see a correct one out there. Spyro Man, maybe a couple others, but it might have already scrolled past. A lot of people guessing April O'Neil. Not a bad guess, but not the correct guess. Gojira and Spyro Man got it, though. They said Sheila. That's right. Oh, Sheila. Now, I'm not even going to try to get you to guess the outfit because I don't know that you ever would unless I basically just gave it away. There's nothing that really ties it together, with the exception that Sheila is a character from the 80s, and this show started in the 80s. And what more excuse do you need for American Gladiator waifus? Something I didn't know I needed, okay? It wasn't on my bingo card. Never knew I needed it, but now that I see it, injected right into my veins, okay? Now that it's a thing, inject it right into my veins. American Gladiator Saturday morning waifus, yes, please. I think we need more. What do you guys think? Yeah? So we've got Sheila from Dungeons and Dragons ready for American Gladiators. Can you imagine like if that was a special edition? You know how that every now and then they do like celebrity editions and have special guests and stuff? What if they did an animated edition just for one episode? Animated edition of American Gladiators, and the gladiators that the contestants had to go up against was like Lino and He-Man, and then the waifus were Sheila and Frosta, but I think it would be cool. So at least with the waifus, at the very least with the waifus, we're gonna need more than this, okay? Can't just be one and done. And that's why I was hoping that we would at least fill up those first 2 meters, which we did. And so, waifu number 2. Now this time, you could probably guess the outfit. You could probably guess the waifu too. But now you'll actually know. Whoa, buddy, you're on the chaos. Let's go.
Stack it up. Shoot for 5.
Let's go. Let's see if we can get a full stable. Thank you, Ron McChaos. Big dono, zooking out like Conan. Shooting for 5. Shooting for a full stable. Let's go. Thank you. I know we got at least a 3rd waifu. Probably close to the 4th one. Let's see what we can do, man. Thank you so much. And I see some correct guesses in there, too. A lot of people guessing Chitara. You guys know exactly. And so you probably know what she's dressed as, right? If we had Sheila as an American Gladiator. Holy shit!
I'm all hot and bothered. Ooh, so exciting.
Going for 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Oh, I think we got more than 4. We are actually approaching 5 now. Thank you to Harka88. Massive dono right there. Getting Bayonetta all hot and bothered with that one. going for 4. I'm sure we've hit it at this point. Thank you guys so much. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I better hurry up and unveil waifu number 2 so that we can get to the next ones, okay? So we have, as you guys guessed correctly, we have Chitara also rocking that American Gladiator style because this needs to be a thing. Like I said, never really knew I needed this. Didn't even think about it. I will have to say these were Stream Boss requests. I can't even take the credit. I'm not going to try. Okay, I'm not even going to try to take the credit. These were Stream Boss requests. In fact, I think it was the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. You guys, if Wiss is still here, I don't know if I saw Chester Stevens earlier, but if the Cheddar Swiss Coalition can confirm, I'm pretty sure it was you guys who actually requested these waifus as American Gladiators. So we have Chitara, of course, the classic 80s version of Chitara. We have Sheila, another classic 80s waifu from Dungeons and Dragons, both dressed as American Gladiators. And like I said, this needs to be more of a thing. It's kind of a thing now that we have these two, but we need more. We need a whole bunch of 80s waifus, Saturday morning waifus, dressed as American Gladiators. We could make a whole thing out of this. You know, we already have Waifu Mania, where we have them dressed as wrestlers and make an event out of it. We might be able to do something with American Gladiators too.
Very moist. Very wet.
Zook.
Let's go. Linda Carter popping up. She actually failed the stealth check. It's about time. I'm glad these pop-ups are finally working right. And thank you, Ganjeezy. Appreciate the dono right there. Yes, very soft, very moist. Let's go. Thank you, man. We've been watching the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. Tony Nuggets, Mr. Nuggets himself, has been streaming the Linda Carter Wonder Woman in OBTV, and man, that show, like I barely ever tuned in back in the day because it was like, Wonder Woman's for girls. Yeah, I'd watch the Adam West Batman reruns. Never really watched many of the Wonder Woman reruns, and they weren't played as much as the Adam West Batman show was either. But very similar to comparing She-Ra to He-Man. He-Man was for boys. She-Ra is for men, for bacon ears. And I feel very similar when it comes to the Adam West Batman and the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. The Batman show was for boys. Wonder Woman is for men, for bacon ears. Let's go. All right. So yeah, we're going to definitely get some more. We're definitely going to get some more Saturday morning waifus dressed as American Gladiators. I love the aesthetic. I love the potential for events that we could do, you know, some sort of fun game or something that we could do with these waifus all dressed in these outfits. I think that the sky's the limit. So we will definitely be seeing more of these in the future. Shout out to the Cheddar Swiss Coalition for requesting these two. All right. Waifu number 3, which we definitely have. In fact, I should probably refresh the meter, but I already know that we've got waifu number 3. So we'll go ahead and get her unveiled before we go on to the next one. This one, you guys could probably guess. She may not be a waifu that we've seen here on the channel, but if you've been hanging out in OBTV, especially recently, we've been watching through a lot of the DC animated universe, and we've come across this waifu a couple of times, and we all decided, at least those of us that were there, we all decided that this waifu is underrated, underappreciated, and needs a pinup. She definitely needs that pinup treatment, and so it has been done. Courtesy of Odacat, you guys are guessing it right. Lots of people. Look at that. Jason Long, Ron McChaos, Spyro Man, Daharka88. Everybody's getting it here. Killer Frost. Let's go. The DC animated universe. There's a couple of iterations of her in the DCAU. Sometimes she's got the blue skin. Sometimes she doesn't. It's kind of like Poison Ivy. If you guys remember the first 3 seasons of Batman, Poison Ivy had kind of skin tone like this, you know, just sort of a normal white girl. And then they made her green skin girl. And they did something similar with Killer Frost here, except backwards. Originally, I remember her showing up in the Justice League with blue skin. And then later on, she showed up in the Suicide Squad movies looking like this right here. More of just almost kind of like Frosta. You know, if Frosta was going through maybe like a goth phase, you know, take Frosta from She-Ra You know, she's going through her goth phase. She cut her hair kind of short, like with like the weird long bangs. She's doing some crazy shit with her outfit. She's got the thigh-high stockings on. She's still thick as fuck. You know, that Frosta, whether she's goth or not, you know, that's kind of just goes with the territory. So yeah, she kind of Killer Frost here, looking like Frosta if she had a goth phase. But yeah, I dig it though. I actually dig it. We were watching some of those DC Animated Universe movies, in particular the Suicide Squad one that featured Killer Frost here, and I don't know if it was this exact look, but something very similar. And yeah, we were all in agreement. She needs a pinup. She is underrated, underappreciated, and because I liked her design so much, I thought, well, we don't even really need to change too much. I mean, we'll give her a more Orbital Station dress code approved outfit. You know, since we're entering the summer months, let's get the bikini going. But other than that, she looks good to go. Yeah, I think she's wearing like a leotard or like like some weird like battle dress thing, you know. So it's more of like a battle bikini now, I guess. You know, like I said, you know, a couple of alterations for summertime. But yeah, man, I thought her design was pretty cool. I think Oda Cat knocked it out of the park with this one. And even though this is her first pinup, probably will not be her last. I do agree that she is underrated, underappreciated, needs some more love. And so we'll see some more Killer Frost here coming up. All right, let's go back to the meter and see exactly where we are. Now we know we hit meter number 3. That was Killer Frost right there. It's still going. And bam, perfect. We got waifu number 4. Now we did want to try to get waifu number 5, a full stable, but that's okay. 4 is nothing to sneeze at. So let's see who is waifu number 4. This one coming to us from Master Krakken. That's actually, I'm glad we got waifu number 4, because now we got both artists in here. We got Krakken in here. We got Oda Cat. We got a nice variety of waifus. You got some 80s American Gladiators. You got a little bit more. Killer Frost strikes me as more of a modern. I'm sure she's been around since like the 70s or 80s. I don't know exactly when she was created. She just feels like a little bit more of a modern waifu. And now we're going back. We're going back to another classic 80s, maybe 90s, early 90s, depending on if it was still in the arcade. But I think you guys know who it is. Yep, you guys know who it is. You do. Most of you, anyway. Most of you. Seen a couple of guesses for Princess Peach or Princess Lana. Dark 88, let's go! Getting us mesmerized.
Going for 5.
Fives. Let's go. Daharka 88 taking over Stream Boss with a based health bar right there. 109 hit points on the health bar. All hail Daharka 88. Let's get some pizza rolls raining. Let's get that waifu swinging. Thank you so much for the big support. And I believe we are now halfway there, living on a prayer to get to waifu number 5. We might actually do it. We might get a full stable tonight. Let's go. Half a meter to go. Can we hit it? Stand up. Be counted. Holy shit, we might actually get a full stable here tonight. That'll be awesome. But in the meantime, you guys have already guessed correctly. So without further ado, courtesy of Master Krakken, no special outfit or anything this time, just good old classic video game Daphne. Now, I know we were watching the Saturday morning cartoon of Dragon's Lair, which has Daphne in it, but a little bit of a different look in that one. You know, she's wearing a pink dress, a little bit more modest. Her hair is a little bit more under control, whereas in the classic video game, the hair was flowing, man. It was wild. It was unkempt, and the dress was barely there. If you guys remember the video game, if you would, it was the Don Bluth animation, right? So very eye-catching, just from an animation standpoint. And if you stood there and watched for more than 2 seconds, you probably caught a glimpse of Daphne here, which eye-catching is an understatement. At that point, you were feeding the quarters in. You were like, oh, I gotta save this princess. Princess Peach who? Another castle where? I'm sorry, I have to save this princess. So yeah, if you stood and watched the game long enough, you saw a glimpse of Daphne. You were feeding the quarters, and so no real need for an alternate costume. We didn't need to do, American Gladiators or anything like that. Just serving up classic video game Daphne, really the original Daphne. The cartoon came later. So we've got the original Daphne right here, courtesy of Master Krakken. Almost Bowsette vibes. I wonder, was Bowsette inspired by Daphne? Obviously Princess Daphne came way first, like, decades before Bowsette started showing up. But I can see the similarities. I could see where maybe she was an inspiration. But yeah, and then of course the chat is also appreciating Krakken's artwork here. Extra thick. Let's go. Extra thick. Hell yeah. So excellent work here from Master Krakken as always. And of course, Odacat as well. The artist each and every week doing excellent work, giving us new and exclusive waifu pinups of our favorite waifus from the Saturday morning cartoons, anime, and video games from the before times, the better times. Now let's check that meter again. We are indeed halfway there, living on a prayer. If you would like a preview, waifu number 5 is another from Master Krakken, and a new waifu. First time getting a pinup. First time getting a pinup right here. If we can unlock this waifu. She is a new waifu making a big splash on the scene. New show. You guys can probably guess just based on the fact that, okay, what's a new show with a new waifu that is like an instant favorite? You probably guess just based on that. You don't even need a silhouette or any hints about her costume or anything. Just thinking, all right, new waifu from a new show, instant favorite, not just like, okay, we watched an episode of Space Strikers. Like it was a waifu from Space Strikers. No, I'm talking. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, is she French? Yeah, see, you guys know who it is. So didn't take long for that. Now, did it? Master Krakken himself is actually a fan of that show. He got really hyped when he saw that I was playing. He goes, "Oh, no way. You got this on Saturday morning now?" And I told him, I said, "Yeah, we're going to be watching it every Saturday morning." And he said, "Had the Baconeers, have they seen Laureline?" And I said, of course. And he asked, what do they think? What do they think about her? And I said, well, because we work in like batches, like I'll give him a details for a batch of waifus and he'll complete that and then move on to the next one, right?
Let's fill it up.
Let's go to Hark88, zooking out like Conan, filling the rest of that meter, making his health bar 169 hit points. Let's fucking go. Thank you to Hark88.
Everyone on the BOOGA train.
Everyone on the BOOGA train, it's time to go.
Pardon me, boy. Is that the Chattanooga
The Chattanooga choo-choo.
Right on track 29.
It's loaded up with pantsu.
Boy, you can give me a shine.
It's ready to go. We got one more pinup, one more waifu. Let's go. Thank you so much to Harka88. Massive support tonight. Holy shit, man. He is locked in, stream boss, for sure. Here we go. We got waifu number 5. You guys have already guessed, asking if she's French and all that. Basically letting me know. Some of you even named her by name. So I know you know that we've got Laureline from Time Jam, Valerian and Laureline. And of course, if you're going to have any sort of sci-fi bikini, you got to go with the Princess Leia slave bikini from Return of the Jedi. Now, obviously, this one isn't quite exact. A few alterations have been made. We got to make it similar, but legally distinct. We don't want to get sued by Disney. So, our own little take here on the space bikini with Laureline from Time Jam. She is ready to do some solid potato salad, some bendy dance moves or whatever. I don't even know what those are. Whatever performances she does where she's sort of dancing, sort of stretching, like so, whatever it is. She's ready to go here into space bikini, courtesy of Master Krakken. Like I said, it didn't take too long. You know, right away after the first episode was played, Krakken was like, hey, if they like Laureline, you just let me know. And as I was saying before, that very generous super chat came in. I was saying that we kind of work in batches, you know, so I'll give them a batch like 5 or 6 waifus. Here, you know, you get that batch done, we'll move on to the next one. And so when he was asking, did the Baconeers, did they have a good response to Laureline? Did they like her? Did they like the show? And I said, oh, she's going to be in the next batch. Like, I'm probably going to ask for like multiple, like, in fact, like the whole next batch, just do all Laureline. Just give me like 5 different Laurelines, just the whole batch. So yeah, he was like, okay. So he's really excited. He loves that show. He's glad you guys are digging it. This is just the start, okay? Just the beginning of Laureline. We're going to get all sorts of different outfits. You know, we've got the space bikini here. I'm thinking we need some more space outfits, maybe some variations of some classics, like, you know, like the sort of retro sci-fi, which the show kind of has that look a little in some of the outfit designs. It has a little bit of that retro sci-fi vibe to it. So I think we need to go like full blast, like Space Channel 5, you know, like retro sci-fi, and give her some sort of bikini top, like hoop dress, Rings of Saturn hat. I don't know. Let's go crazy with it. Just give her some cool sci-fi fashion. But of course, starting out with the sci-fi bikini, the best place to start out. And she's got her the hairstyle that she gets at the end of the first episode there, which I don't mind. I know a lot of people are saying they liked her better with long hair. I do like the long hair, but I like the sort of little sci-fi flip bob thing, whatever it's called. It works on her. It looks good. Master Krakken nailed it right here. So waifu number 5. We got a full stable tonight, guys. A full stable tonight. Courtesy of Master Krakken, we have Laureline right here. First time pinup from Time Jam. May be the first, will not be the last. We'll be seeing more of her in the future for sure. Also, courtesy of Master Krakken, we got Princess Daphne from Dragon's Lair, the original, the game, okay? The original game design, which is just undefeated. You know, like that dress, that design, undefeated. Definitely a lot of quarters. A lot of quarters were fed to the machine just because of Princess Daphne. And then courtesy of Odacat, we got Killer Frost, another first-time pinup, but will not be the last. Killer Frost from the DC animated universe. There's a couple, as I mentioned before, couple different versions of her in the DCAU. It might be kind of cool to explore some of the others. Maybe get the blue skin version next time. I don't know. I dig her haircut here. Kind of reminds me of a goth Frosta. So we'll see more of her in the future for sure. And then, of course, 2 of my favorites. We got them in early because I want to make sure we got both of them. And we are definitely getting more Saturday morning waifus as American Gladiators. But tonight, we got Chitara. We got to come up. I guess we could use their names, just keep the name Chitara and Sheila, or we could come up with names. You know how they had like the crazy, you know, like Blaze and Turbo and all the Phoenix and all the weird names. It's almost kind of pointless because they already have kind of like superhero names like that, you know, like Chitara. So maybe we can come up with American Gladiator names for them. Maybe not. Either way, we're getting more because they look awesome. And I think we could do a fun event once we have a little collection of waifus dressed as American Gladiators. I feel like we could do some sort of cool event with that. So we'll get more of these in the future. Chitara here, and of course, Sheila from Dungeons and Dragons, both dressed as American Gladiators. Awesome lineup. I'm really glad that we got these, that we got a full stable here. Great stuff from Master Krakken. I knew you guys were going to love Laureline and Daphne, of course. And then I'm very glad that we got both of our American Gladiator waifus, Sheila and Chitara. Glad you guys are digging that style because, like I said, we're going to get some more of those in the future. And then let's not forget Killer Frost, okay? She needs some love too. Get her in your stable, all right? Because, You'll save a lot on air conditioning. She likes it cold. Okay, so save a lot. Save a lot. The heating bill practically zero. Andy Zorik, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see you, sir. Glad some people were able to make it. Twin-Headed Gamer is here too. Oh man, were we watching Gladiators? Hey, we'll probably watch some American Gladiators over the weekend, okay? Just to celebrate, we'll watch some American Gladiators over the weekend in OBTV. But that's going to be the show for tonight. Thank you guys all for tuning in, okay? You guys have all been awesome. Be sure to like up the stream. If you enjoyed the madness tonight, we have a midnight movie coming up in OBTV. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure to get in there. I'm going to put a link in the chat right now. So if you're not already in the Discord, be sure to join. We do movies every midnight on Friday. We do cartoons that cannot be played on YouTube, like X-Men and Batman and, like the stuff owned by the big studios, every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we do a live action show, also stuff that can't be played on YouTube. We're currently going through Witchblade, and then after that, we're going to be starting up Hercules with Kevin Sorbo. And then everything in between, because that's just when I stream, okay? So all the other times, everything in between, we've got other Baconeers that are streaming awesome nostalgic content nearly 24/7. So highly recommend you join the Discord and hang out with the Baconeers, the best community on YouTube, and we have a really good time in between all of these streams. So tonight we'll be doing our midnight movie right there in said Discord, and what we'll be watching comes to us from the intergalactic channel surfing that we just recently discovered was salvaged by Spyrite, and it is one of the clips that was sent in here. Let's check out the trailer and you guys can see what we're in for, starting up in just a little over 30 minutes from now.
From a captive planet, 2 million light years away, came a desperate plea for help. Message from space. On the verge of extinction, the leader of the persecuted Gelusians sends his beautiful granddaughter to find the 8 legendary brave adventurers who alone can stop the annihilation.
Do you know where Emeralita is? You know where Emeralita is? What are you doing? No! I'm a human being from the planet Earth!
Never before has the screen erupted with more spectacle, more excitement. Message from space, where fantasies are real and reality is fantastic. An international cast headed by Vic Morrow.
I buried my career in orbit with Babel 1. I can't do it. It's the seat again. I've been chosen by the gods.
Phantasmagoria of sights, sounds, and space-age technical achievements that must be seen to be believed. Message from space.
So there you go. Message from Space from 1978. And yes, there is a gloriously cheesy English dub. You might have seen some European-looking actors who are like, well, why does it need an English dub? I believe the place of origin for this film was like China or Japan or something. It's in Asia. So I don't think it was originally in English. Regardless, we get a gloriously cheesy English dub to go with the gloriously cheesy special effects that you just saw in that trailer. So if that looked like fun to you, if that looked like a jank-tastic good time, then tune in to OBTV and just a little, about 30 minutes actually. Yeah, about 30 minutes from now, we're about to end the stream here. So you'll have time to get some snacks, some sparks, some spins, some crystal twists, some foo-pa, or whatever your flavor of Zook may be, and get ready for the movie. It's going to be a good time. And if you guys are still wanting to stay up late and not quite tired after the movie's done, maybe we'll throw on like the Witchblade anime or something after that. I don't know. Usually I have a hard time falling asleep on Friday night, man. I just get so hyped up from hanging out on Sterner stuff and then watching the movie with you guys. It's like, man, I can't sleep. I'm having too much fun. So I don't know. But regardless, hopefully we'll see you guys in there and having a good time. If not, hopefully I see you tomorrow for Saturday morning cartoons, 9 a.m. Eastern, and the anime Grindhouse tomorrow night at midnight Eastern Standard Time over on Bacon Bits. In case I don't see you at any of those things, though, have a great weekend, okay? You guys have all been awesome. Thank you, everybody that sent in donations tonight. Daharka88, our stream boss. You've got another stream boss pick, good sir. I know I've got some more coming to you actually on the way real soon. If you guys have noticed, we've had a lot of stream boss requests making their way into the lineups lately. So we got the artists catching up on those. So if you've been waiting on stream boss requests, they're coming soon. If you are a recent stream boss, make sure to get me your requests and we'll get you those in the lineup soon as well. So thank you again. Thank you to everybody for being here. Okay, your time is valuable, each and every one of you. So thank you for being here, for spending your time with the Baconeers, the Bim Bams, the Flum Bums, aka the best community on YouTube. Be sure to like up the stream if you enjoyed the madness tonight. I want you guys to stay awesome, stay based. God bless you all. Let me leave you now with a moment of Zook.
I say we don't waste any time. We turn the legs around and blow the cluster into little tiny shadow bits right now. Okay, Propellerhead. Let's find the course back to the cluster.
I have no knowledge of this area, Love Dumpling.
What kind of robot are you?
I'm a robot that wants to live in your underpants.
Why is that so menacing? The music starts, I want to live in your underpants. Like, whoa, buddy. All right, guys, that's the show. Until next time, remember.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, Nega Ninjas.